Welcome to the world's fastest growing podcast that interviews random Todds and asks them unpredictable questions in a series of wacky segments.
Here at the Toddcast, we believe every Todd has a story, and we want to hear it. All right, welcome in, everybody. Today, we have singer, dancer, world traveler, and international eater. As per Todd's Instagram account, we have Todd Evans here today. You can find Todd on Instagram at Todd Evans6. Thanks for accepting our out of nowhere DM, and welcome to the show.
Well, first, thank you for the out of nowhere invite. It really was
what we do.
Pretty cool. Well, I'm glad you did, because here we are, right? And it's really good to be here.
We appreciate it. Thanks for coming out. Coming out?
Again?
No, you're good.
So with that, we're going to roll right into the very first segment.
Once Upon a Todd.
All right, so this is called Once Upon a Todd. So this is your opportunity, Todd, to tell us a little bit about, who are you and what do you want the listeners to know about you?
Once Upon a Todd. Well, my listeners out there, I was just a young boy growing up in Long Island, New York. Don't let the accent throw you off. You could take the boy out of Long Island, but you can't take the Long Island out the boy. While in school, I had bigger dreams of performing, and while kind of conning my way in college, I used to skip school to audition, and I was working for a DJ company. We used to do bar bat mitzvahs. In Long Island, that's what you did. If you were a dancer or a performer, what you did is you worked on the weekends for these DJ companies. There's a huge bar mitzvah, wedding, any kind of big party venue in the whole New York tri-state area. That's where you made your money, and you did that on the weekends, and you didn't really. You could audition during the week. You could do whatever. I started working for them when I was 15 years old. So I started performing when I was really, really young.
Oh, wow.
And I met my, best friends for life. I got, really good upbringing into show business. And like I said, back to school, went to school for communications, which kind of really wasn't my thing. So I would, pay people to do my work, and I would skip school. I was only 40 minutes to the city. And I was still living at home. I would drive into the city. I'd audition. I would book. I'd be booking, dance gigs, acting gigs, just any, it was working. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to kind of go with it. And I did. And, it's very, very hard. If you're a performer, especially living in New York, auditioning becomes a full-time job,
Yeah.
It really, really does. And then from auditioning, you have to pay your bills somehow. And even though I was working for a DJ company, it was fun. I started bartending and doing the whole, jumped in, and I'm like, no, I'm going to, move to the city. I'm going to do it. And But it was really, really hard. And I was about to give up, and I was switching careers, going to culinary school, got accepted into this program where you work for the school for 6 months. They pay for your schooling, and then, the rest is history. I got into the program. I was like maybe a week in, miserable. A friend of mine had told me about a reality show. And basically got on the reality show. I wasn't even going to audition.
Oh, wow.
Got on the reality show, and it changed my life forever. And this is many, many moons ago, when reality TV was cool, back when American Idol first started off.
Yes.
It was a show on NBC called Fame, and Debbie Allen, who became my mentor, and I wouldn't be doing what I was doing in the performing world really if it wasn't for her putting me on the show. And anyhow, auditioned on the whim. My friend made me do it. We did it, got on the show. Through then, I was like, screw you, culinary world. I'm not becoming a chef. I'm meant for the stage. Yes. So I got on the show. I left New York. I went to California. I was in the top 24. I did not make it to final 10, but I got the most amazing experience in education, and by doing that, it really opened doors for me. I started working in New York, doing off Broadways and whatnot, which is pretty cool, but it just didn't really pay well. And you're like, all right, how am I gonna, I'm making like $25, $50 a show. Like, how am I gonna like do this for the rest of my life? How do people do this?
Right.
Anywho, long story short, a friend of mine, I did a photo shoot for, called me in to shoot for his website, where he was gonna, set up this cool website where he filmed you dancing in front of a white screen, and you could dance and you could sing, and you could submit for castings and whatever. So I did that, and I was his prototype, one of the first people ever on his website. He put me on it, and I would literally go down the casting and just go submit. I submitted for a cruise line, and I didn't realize it. Lo and behold, a true story. I'm driving to Wayne, New Jersey to teach yet another hip hop class, and I get a phone call from this woman from a cruise ship company, and they offer me a contract out of Europe. I thought she was totally joking me. She sent me a legit contract. My cousin's a lawyer. I sent it over to him. He checked it over. He's like, no, this is like real. I'm like, oh my God. So basically what I'm making working 7 days a week, I could be making, doing on a ship, performing, except I'm not auditioning, working tables, not sleeping, traveling on planes, this. It was cool and fun for the first 3 years. But now I'm like, all right, I'm ready to make I'm burnt out. I need to change.
Right.
I'm ready to do something. I fell into cruise ships. I said I was doing one contract because it was out of Europe, and one turned into a 12-year cruise ship career.
12
Goodness.
years.
Here we are today.
Wow.
That's wild.
Yeah. So
dang. No, that's awesome. I saw on the Instagram, you had like a Zoom call with some of the people from Fame.
I did
recently. Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty cool. You keep in touch with them pretty often, or?
It's really crazy. We do all pretty much keep in touch, and some of us have gone on. I mean, pretty much all of us have gone on to do amazing things. But it's just so amazing to reconnect after as many years as we've done it. But literally, we could all pick up, and all 24 of us weren't in that Zoom. I mean, obviously, people couldn't make it for reasons, and we lost someone dear to us, unfortunately. But not everyone can make it. But we also, it wasn't just our cast. We got, our friends that were in production, like they kind of came into, and we all hadn't been in the room. We reached out. I don't know if we reached out to Debbie Allen, but we would have died if she jumped on and came.
Yeah.
They really changed our careers. But we literally all could pick up like that. And so it's nice to know that, people, we really do keep in touch, and we call ourselves family.
I saw that. I like that. Yeah, I wasn't sure how that happened with reality shows, because I know people meet people. It's a competition too, so I don't know if like hard feelings get formed and what. So it's cool that
was the thing. They like in the beginning, I think they really wanted to create a story with us, and like production would try to like twist. Somebody would like we once even faked someone would like just fall. Someone's like, ow. Everyone ran over the cameras and like, oh my God, what happened? Oh my God. And we just got up like, oh my God, it was totally fine.
no big deal.
We really got along so well. Other TV shows, I think, again, we were like in like the earlier years of reality TV. We were right after American Idol.
Yeah.
Along that era, that's kind of when reality TV just kind of, really started getting planted, and oh my gosh, it was the biggest thing. It was cool.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of amazing, being able, to do it and to get on the show and to be part of that. And I think we all, it made a lot of our careers, and we did get along that well on the show, and it's just cool to see that we still keep it going.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube link where you could actually watch our performance, because our opening song was I Go to Work, and it was a song Debbie Allen made us all rap to. So we all had to do our rap, and we still bring it like, I came to work. Yeah, I came to work.
have to check that out.
Yeah, we'll have to share that link.
A lot of people who know me are laughing really hard, like inside joke kind of things. But it's cute. It's so cute. It's really fun.
No, that's cool.
It.
So that's it.
Yeah. I think that's actually a great segue into our next segment.
Quarantine? More like Borantine.
Yeah, so quarantine more like Borantine. You're talking about, like you're in the entertainment industry. Your life has changed quite a bit here recently. So kind of tell us like how's that been? Not doing shows, and what adjustments have you made?
Oh, it's weird. Well, okay. I I am enjoying it. I want to say I enjoyed it for a minute. Now I came home. I was on my crew. I was on my ship when this all happened.
Yeah.
We were on board for about uh, 2 weeks before we actually went home, and they took such good care of us. Really, it was amazing. It really was an amazing experience, and I was really lucky that we were in really good hands. And they sent us, and then I came back home, quarantined here, and then once it started getting a little bit lighter, I had some stuff in New York. I have family in New York that I had to go see. My nephew, who is my world. I had to see him because I don't know when ships are going to be up and running again when I'm going back to work. And I'd already been home about 2.5 months. If I don't go now, I don't know when I'm going to get to see him next. And I have to go. And I had some things in New York going on, which was cool. And so I flew home for a week, came back to California. I spent my birthday out there, and I had the most amazing time. Wound up spending 21 days. It was supposed to be 8 days. I wound up staying for 21. Yeah, I know. Well, the thing is, it's like right now I'm not working. I'm supposed to be in rehearsal for my next contract. When it was my second contract as the company manager, cast manager, which is so cool. I loved it. And I couldn't wait to be with my cast. And we had an amazing itinerary. We were going to be in Hawaii. We were going to be in Alaska in just a couple of weeks. But it's not happening right now. So really, I could stay in California if I want. I've not got nothing. There's nothing going on. Yeah. So anyhow, I did that. And I caught up with some great friends. I made some new friends out there. It was a great it was a great time to be quarantined. Let's just say. But it was weird. It was weird. Like when you go out, we all had to wear a mask, and it was it's just it's not you're not used to it. It's like a different world.
It's odd.
It's very different. Odd.
Yeah.
So I came back home to Florida because I moved into my new house where I am sitting right now, talking to you guys. But I'm actually enjoying it. I'm taking the time to just work on personal stuff, me stuff, other projects. It's a good time to really self-reflect and
exactly
figure out, okay, if everything stopped now, like how am I going to reinvent, and how am I going to get back, and how am I going to come out of this better? And you got to spread the glitter on everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's wild what we're going through. Have you taken up any new, have you done anything different that you normally wouldn't do?
Like juggling on one foot with fire and eating at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, things of that nature. The norm.
Wait, have you done that?
I picked up a new superpower. No, I don't think I picked up anything new except that I've worked on things that I've said that I was going to work on, and just sort of put on the back burner a little bit. I'm singing more. I'm starting to dance more. I make videos where I said I'm gonna update what I'm doing a bit more, so I can keep people that I really get to talk too much. Just all right, because sometimes you don't want to talk on the phone, like, oh, it's too long. All right, I saw you. You're at the zoo today. Oh my god, you had the best time. I saw that. Totally great. Next. So I post these stories, and sometimes I post stupid videos where I'm dancing, singing, whatever, and it's just makes me happy. But it's also keeping me motivated to stay fit, because I'm like, all right, I have to still stay in shape, because you want to go back to work, or when things pick up, and you're posting every day, so you gotta still keep on going, because you ain't no spring chicken.
Learn that the hard way.
Yeah. You're better than
Live and learn, my friend. Live and learn.
Sweatpants for 2 months, and then out of nowhere you have to put actual pants on, and you're like, oh, the band on these is not elastic.
Get me my girdle, please. I understand.
Yes. Yeah, I have 3 pairs of Spanx and 2 girdles in my Amazon cart right now. I can't pull the trigger yet, but I probably will if it gets any worse.
With or without butt pads, because they come
Right.
attached.
Well, obviously, I'm going to get the butt
whole
pads. Like,
package.
if they come with the butt pads, you can't
What are the butt
say
pads?
no.
They enhance your butt?
Well,
Yeah, they just make
yeah,
you look
they do.
bootylicious.
Yeah, they give it a little pop, along with the
Yeah.
girdle and the cinching of the waist.
Yeah.
Coming a fuller length, if you will.
Oh my!
Get the whole package. They do
I'd
everything.
be looking so good after quarantine.
Yeah, you will. Attached to the gods.
What is that? Is your waist 12 inches? Yes. Yes, it is.
Fine.
No big deal.
14. And really, I'm working back into getting back into my craft.
Yeah.
And that's been good, and that's been really good because I don't really get to sit down, especially when I'm usually working. It's go 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 go, and then I'm only home. I'm gone for maybe 8 months at a time, and I'm home for a couple of weeks. And during that time, I'm like seeing everyone and catching up, and before I know it, I'm back at work again. I'm like, what the hell just happened? So after 12 years, just to sit for a minute and be like, whoa, all right,
Yeah.
like I'm enjoying the minute. And I like to find a positive in anything that I do and everything. And anyone who knows me, I think could fend for me when I say that, because, why kick and strop all day at the misery? Okay, maybe one day you sit at home eating like the fatty you are, and I support you. Go on, because let me tell you, if you would have seen me last night, I would have put you to shame. But no, you're going to have days like that, but don't beat yourself up, because you know what? There's nothing else going on right now. There's nothing else. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing. So really, it's just a really good time to, if you're ever going to do, the elbow grease, really it's what you're going to put into it. So I say just get up there and, motivate yourself. And if not, you could always message me and I'll motivate you.
Right.
Oh, sweet. At Todd Evans 6.
Yes, please. Oh, please. No, I will happily do so. I love, I'm known to spread the glitter, as I say. So I will happily do that. If anyone needs a spreading of the glitter, I can make your day at least a little bit brighter. At least I'm going to try to. I'll keep it real, because I'm a New Yorker. I'm going to keep it real. Look, it's not the shirt that's making you look big. It's you're big. Let's call a chair. But listen, this is what we're going to do to make it better. And this is, put down the eclair. And let's get, I'm going to help you into a good routine, and let's get motivated or something. What is that? Or I'm just using that as a situation, love advice. I'll give you love advice. I'll throw it, whatever it is. I'll help you with that. I'm a glitter coach, you could say.
So if anyone out there needs a glitter coach, at Todd Evans 6.
The glitter. And this crazy world that we are in right now, I will sprinkle the glitter. Message me. I'm happy to talk.
Sprinkle the glitter. I love that.
Boom.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
All right, so time for our next segment.
What if Todd was one of us?
Yeah, so in What If Todd Was One of Us, this is a segment we like to put you in a scenario that one of us, or is a very common scenario we've kind of ran through, and we want your opinion. What would Todd have done if he was one of us in that situation?
Oh, sweet Valley High.
So
kids,
basically,
immediately.
No, this we're keeping it pretty friendly right now.
No, I'm kidding.
So basically, what do you do when you're walking towards someone and you make eye contact way too early? Like I did this recently with a coworker. Like I was probably like 25 feet away, and we met and we were walking towards each other. Like, how do you make that situation less awkward? What would, because I kept looking at the ground. I looked at my watch, like anything I could do not to keep looking at this person. And then right before we met, I looked at them to make like that last eye contact. Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Okay, now if this was me and me being me, now I actually, if you really do know me, surprisingly, in person, I'm not really shy, but sometimes I can be a bit shy. If you're walking past me and you're making eye contact, I'm going to be the first to look down. I am.
Yeah.
I do. It's just a natural reaction. But then I'll pick up and say, like, we lock eyes and we don't, and now we're stuck and oh my God, fight or flight. What am I going to do? I'm probably just going to point at them and just be like, you got the love.
You just embrace it.
And literally, and literally dance past them. And if they stop me, great. And otherwise, I'm just going to keep bebopping down the street. And chances are I was probably doing that to begin with. So, a lot of people make eye contact with me for that reason, I guess. But, so that's honestly probably how I would handle it. Yes.
I've never thought of it that way. Like, I'm not much of a dancer or I don't have the voice to sing. So I would have just pointed at them and it would have made it more awkward.
No, but that's what's good because you use the power of the awkwardness. See, you too can get a new superpower today. Awkwardness is like a superpower. If you use it to your advantage, I promise you, it's gonna work.
Oh, see, I use it. It's a vein of my existence right now. Like some of these times, like this is real life. I've had this happen, and I will walk into an office, not even for no reason. Like and then I'll make conversation with the person that's in that office. So it's quick awkwardness versus like drawn out awkwardness.
Right.
Which is weird. Like it's the Band-Aid thing. Like I walk in, what are you doing in here? Oh, I was asking about the report from freaking Ed they're like, Ed doesn't work here. And then I just walk right back out. But still, I got out of the situation with another slightly awkward situation. So, but I'll have to think about that next time. I'll start working on some dance moves. Yeah, I'll work on some dance moves.
It's the power of the song and dance. Just, I'm telling you, even if you don't got it, like just use it and embrace it.
All right.
If not, I will help you with that. You could also message me for tips. I'll help you with that as well.
Well, I was going to say, like, if I do this in the future and I get bad reviews of how it goes, like, this is on you, Todd.
And if you want to blame Todd Evans 624-831-7289
some generic handle here.
Partridge tree. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, email him. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I don't know that guy. Whatever. Oh, he sucks. It's awful.
I'm gonna clip this part of the segment out, and carry it around with me all the time. Like, listen to this. This guy told me to do this. That's why you just had to witness what you witnessed. My glitter coach let me down.
My glitter coach not spread the glitter. In which case, I will say there will be some sort of reimbursement. I will. You could pass along my info to this person and. Or just call me on the spot. That's what you could do. You can call. You could literally pick me up.
Wait.
If you should ever get into that person, say my glitter coach let me down. Say, hold on. You dial me. Hit the FaceTime. I will say, okay, here's the sitch, and I will do it right to them. I promise I'll fall in love with you.
Wait. So now you're trying to network through me, through my awkward situations?
Listen, you could use it. I told you. You just have to know where your angles you're working. Use the awkwardness.
Ooh. That's some glitter coach customer service right there.
That is
24/7 availability. That's fantastic.
Yeah, realistically, the angles are going to be there once I get the girdle and the Spanx with the butt inserts. Butt inserts? I don't think that's the right thing.
Actually, Spanx.
I don't think I want to order that one.
Spanx don't have the butt inserts. No,
I have to buy those separately.
This is true. Hey, Brad, I got one question for you, Brad. So if you do find yourself in that situation, what's that song and dance combo?
What song and what dance?
On the person.
What would be this awkward song or dance?
Yeah.
It would probably be My Heart. I always go with My Heart Will Go On. That's like my go-to song because it's one of my favorites, obviously. But I would probably pair it with like a Carlton dance as I like slowly serenade them with the dulcet tones of Celine Dion. And the erratic movement of Carlton.
Right.
I feel like it's the contrast is there.
It's like the best of both worlds. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know if the public is ready for that.
I don't, but they're going to be. Thanks to my glitter coach at Todd Evans 6.
Well, there you go.
Woo! That was a fantastic. What if Todd was one of us? Brad, I think you know what time it is.
It's time to prod Todd.
Uh-oh. Get him.
All right. So it's time to prod Todd. This is basically a series of random questions that we're just going to ask you. And we'll just go ahead and jump into the very first question. Which one of us would you like to be?
Oh.
Don't let us down.
I know.
You're going to let one of us down.
No, you see, Oh, see, Brad has this quarantine beer that is like to die for.
I just
it's-
shaved
it's-
yesterday.
Did you? No, but it's like
Darn it.
it's what I'm trying to achieve, though. I mean, the
Ah.
viewers can't see at home, but I'm trying to grow, my little scruff thing going on. But
You're doing a great job.
You're doing a great job. But I mean, look at Michael. Look at that punham and those teeth. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
he does. He
I had to be
does have
one
the
of
pearly
them.
whites.
All right. How about I ask this? Could I kind of
Ooh.
not really reiterate the question, but this will help me decide and which one of you I'd want to be. It's almost like you two have to battle it out to see who I'd want to be more, kind of thing.
I like this.
So I guess the first question is, Brad, what's your favorite food?
Oh, Italian food.
Like more specific. I Italian, that's good, but like if someone's like, this is the last thing you're going to eat forever and ever and ever, what's it going to be?
Is linguine Italian?
Yeah, that's Italian.
Okay, I'm gonna go with linguine. I don't think I've ever actually had linguine.
All right, Michael.
So I'm going with the linguine. I'm gonna try something new for my last meal.
No, that was a valiant effort. Good on you, Brad.
Okay. Is the same question for me?
Same question. I wanna, yeah.
I'm gonna go with a medium rare New York strip.
Okay.
Should have went with linguine.
Nah.
Okay. Before I make my decision on who I'd rather be, I just need to know who would rather have me as their best friend.
Oh, me for sure.
Oh, dang!
Michael.
You
All
beat
day
me
long.
to it.
All
You
day
beat me
long.
to it.
This guy's amazing.
Michael, I mean, to be honest, you really did have me for one. You had me before New York strip because I do love that, but I actually don't really care for linguine that much, and I was like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've never been a big pasta guy myself. It's
I'm a big pasta guy, but linguine just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. My backup answer was pizza too. I don't know.
Michael. See, Michael, Michael's already. Sorry,
Boom.
We're
Get out of here, Brad.
That was my original, and then I tried to fancy it up.
I would rather be Michael, the pizza strip, New York strip loving.
I can accept that.
Nice. Okay.
Over there.
Okay. How many trees does it take to create a forest? Todd.
Oh God, I know. I don't know. How many trees? How many trees to make? Does it take a lot?
Yeah. If you were to build a forest, how many trees would you place in said forest?
My forest would consist of. I'm gonna say I don't want to keep it too big.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say
Modest.
like 100 trees.
100.
100. Okay.
It's a respectable forest.
What kind of trees would you have there?
Palm trees.
Ooh. A beachy forest.
Yeah,
beachy forest.
Definitely beachy.
100 palm trees.
That would be so weird.
Protects you from the rain.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you ever want to play Man vs. Wild, you literally can do that if you're ever in the tropics. And I've done that many years on cruise ships where you walk in a rainstorm and you could either take a cab and just throw your thumb out of Mexico, or you're like, oh, I'm going to play Man vs. Wild. What would Bear Grylls do? And I'll hide under palm trees for a minute while it's raining. I'll make like an umbrella, and it waits, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's a fun game while you're getting exercise. Also, it used to be part of my 3-mile ritual in Cozumel. But anyhow, back to the question, my friends. Palm trees, yes.
Okay,
100 palm trees
equals one forest.
Palm trees it doesn't equal a forest, but I don't need much in life. I just want a cute little space. Of course, I would decorate it, so it would be the best forest in all of the land with the 100 palm trees that I would pick.
It's full of glitter.
Listen, it would be full of glitter. It would be very easy for me to maintain. I wouldn't have much to clean. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could always keep it groomed. So even though it would only be a forest of just 100 palm trees, I would grow my own coconuts. I would shield myself from rain, and I would have something pretty to look at every single day of my life. And it would be easy to maintain and keep clean.
How many times have you answered this question in your life? Because you seem to.
This is on the spot. I can't say that this happens on an occurrence every day. You're not usually asked how many trees would you build a forest, but do not think I'm going to ask that next time I'm in a bar and I have nothing to say to somebody. Next time we're ever allowed back in bars. But I will use that instead of something instead of like a
So you
bad
come here often.
pickup line.
Nice pants.
I want to know what love is. I want you to show me, and then you get. But yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's a great answer. 100 palm trees.
100
140.
palm trees. That's
It was all right. I've heard better.
Listen, I'm not. I understand. I'm not high maintenance, if you will. But I will make it.
Well, clearly you are, since you chose Michael over me.
What?
During who would you like to be?
Listen,
You would rather be Michael.
And you said it's an international eater, foodie. I am very passionate. I'm sorry.
That's why I said linguine.
If you chose the food, I go with the other dude.
I don't even know what linguine is.
You can get that at Olive Garden.
Literally.
You can get steak at freaking Applebee's.
Yeah, but
so shut your face.
If you would have thrown something like a linguine and garlic bread or something, I would be like,
well, obviously garlic bread comes with it. What do you think this is?
I don't know that. I mean, you don't know that. It doesn't.
Well, if we're at Olive Garden, I get unlimited soup and salad if I want, and bread.
Yes, but if you're at Mario's up the street,
I'm done with this.
Rustica,
nope.
They're only going to give you linguine. Garlic bread comes, you 25-cent upcharge, and you might be a little skint that day. So in that case scenario, he did mention New York one. Strip. I just strip whether it's steak or many of our. I'm just teasing all you youngins. I just strip steak. And 3, he said pizza. That's 3 against 2, and we got to keep the ball rolling, my friends. It's nothing personal.
Well, yeah. It's fine. I'll just be over here with my pocket full of garlic bread and my.
Listen, tonight when you're crying at 4:00 in the morning because you can't sleep and you're too. You're too hungry because you don't want to eat the linguine because you're a little self-conscious now. I get it. Right. And you just can't. You can call your glitter coach. I will happily talk you through this time, and I will spread the glitter to. I'll stay on the phone with you till he falls.
Actually, you know what? Anyone out there, if you are a glitter coach, I'm in the market for a new one. So let me know.
Yes,
we had a short stint at Todd Evans 6.
Shots no longer being fired. Prod Todd.
Bang,
the first.
Bang. Well,
all right. I'm gonna bring us back down to earth.
Yeah.
All right. So Todd, name the members of the Beatles.
Ringo, John, Paul. Oh.
Exactly.
It's so true, though.
Yeah.
George. The cute one.
There we go.
George, the cute one. At least he had that going. He was like the cute one. It's George. Oh, yeah.
Cool, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, he passed that one. Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because we did it before. We did it before the show, and I did the same exact thing.
Like insane music trivia knowledge. Sorry, go on.
Ooh, good job. Well, if you could only have 3 apps on your phone, what 3 would they be? This is outside of camera, messaging, blah, blah, blah. It's any ones you could download.
I'm going to need Messenger. I'm going to need Instagram.
Okay.
At
Todd
Evans 6.
Okay.
Plug his Instagram handle like 42 times.
Seriously. No, but I would and I would also need Yelp.
Yelp? Yelper, huh? Do you review a lot?
I wanted to at one point in my life. I said I was going to start, and I just didn't go through with it. Things just start, and they, not that I don't start something I don't finish. I just never got to start, because had I started, I would have kept doing it. But I never got to do it. Whatever, fine. But long story short, I love Yelp. I go on it all the time, anytime. I need to know where to eat, where to go, what to do, how close things are, and clearly, I think
where the best linguine is.
Maybe one day I'm going to find that. I'm
clearly all
now.
I haven't had Yelp on my phone in probably 8 years. I was never a big Yelper.
I could tell by your choice of food that you don't Yelp.
How dare you,
Brad? The jig is up, my friend. The jig is up. I'm leaving this restaurant, never coming back.
This is my last show.
Done and done.
I made it a couple episodes in, and I can't cut it. All right. Well, all right. So what was that? Facebook Messenger, Instagram,
Facebook Messenger.
And-
Oh, you know what? No, wait.
Nope. You have
can't
Yelp.
go back?
Congrats.
There's no backsies? All right, it's fine. Because I could talk to people through Messenger. Because I like to talk to people on WhatsApp, but I could talk to you on Messenger. I could talk to you inside. I still make calls, whatever. Same thing.
Yeah.
Same crap, different day.
Solid apps there. All right.
Yeah.
What's your favorite episode of The Office?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch much of The Office.
Oh man,
I
I've met a lot of people that don't watch The Office. I didn't know that that's the world we live in these days.
Unfortunately, it is so funny, and I really do think it is funny. The thing with me is I don't really watch much television other than stupid, mindless. Well, I shouldn't say stupid, but like shows that you don't really have to think, that you can leave on the background.
Yeah.
You can go, grab something, come back, and you've not missed a thing. You don't have to pause it.
Well, guess what? I have a show for you. It's called The Office.
Right.
Because that is 100% what I do with The Office. It is on. I'm like doing laundry. I'm doing handstands, and like it's just on.
No, you're not.
Well, I've done.
It is really
fantastic handstands, actually.
Could you do one?
I mean, I'm in a confined space right now, and I would probably injure most of my body. But there's
Michael
times in my life I was.
That's
Michael
why I
would,
choose that. See, and Michael, he dare ask why I chose to be you.
Yeah,
that wouldn't stop this, Brad. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. So you're not an avid watcher of The Office. What is the show that you are in quote unquote avid watcher of?
Vanderpump Rules.
Oh goodness.
Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Okay.
I've been known to keep up with the Kardashians.
Oh,
I've been known.
No, but I also It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's like one of my favorite shows. Married with Children, hands down, favorite show of all time.
Really?
Entourage. I could quote it for you. I could tell you every single episode of Entourage line for line. I wouldn't miss it for a second. Like you could do The Office, I could do Entourage. That's probably my favorite show of all time.
I'll respect that.
I do have
Battle
other,
Royale.
But at the moment, what are you watching at the minute? Well, I had Vanderpump Rules because it's mindless. I could leave it on, do my thing, wander off, come back, and I didn't miss anything. They're still like whining. I'm like, oh, but they look cute. Oh, it's fun.
Yeah,
and they're still bitchy.
You can leave and you come back and it's just more drama. Like
they're still fighting.
Really
It's
different every time.
Yeah, and you don't miss much, so it's cool.
Yeah. What's the best type of cheese?
I don't like cheese. This Todd doesn't like cheese. There, I said it, world. All right, no, actually, I take it back. I don't like cheese. I don't love it. Like, if you're going to ask me a hamburger or cheeseburger, I'm always going to pick a hamburger. I'm weird with cheese.
Yeah. You're weird with cheese, huh?
Weird with cheese. Dairy.
So you're not a fan of The Office. You don't like cheese.
See?
And you pick Michael over. You would like to be Michael over me.
Because Michael and I get each other. We just understand each other.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm seeing a trend. It seems like you like to make bad decisions, so that's understandable.
Listen,
I don't feel
Tuesday, Wednesday. What day is it? Monday.
You wish you knew.
Oh.
All right. Well, okay. So we will.
So we got an NA for that answer. Yeah. That is fine.
Crumple that up and shoot it in the trash.
Sorry.
All right. So, who would win in a fight? A top hat or a cell phone charger? Classic question right there.
Top hat.
A top
hat. Like the Monopoly Man, the Peanut,
yes.
Mr. Peanut.
Okay.
Or a cell phone charger. Like
a cell phone charger,
Cell phone charger.
Rationale. Tell me why.
I mean, 1,000% use it as a whip.
Okay.
And it's usually the smaller wounds that hurt the most. Like you get a paper cut and you literally fall to the ground, but you could break your foot falling off stage for a photo op.
Yeah.
Never happened. And get up and still keep going. But the littlest things where you're like, oh my God. So I'm telling you, you hit a better weapon, you will take that opponent out, use that as a cell phone whip, and then, although keep this in mind, I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover. I don't believe in violence. I don't like it. But I do love superheroes. and I love Catwoman. She had a whip, and there's plenty more.
Cool.
I believe it was a cell phone charger, actually.
I mean, a cell phone charger. Doesn't cell phone charger have a cord?
Yes,
All right,
Yeah.
so
Oh, yeah.
you use that as part of your whip.
exactly.
Boom.
All right, so I think that's a solid answer. I'll give you that. About time you had one.
Finally, he finally gets taste, Michael. He could actually
Well,
I'll consider letting him have a beer with us after this.
I
Well, how
know,
about-
right?
I'll buy you your first one. Don't worry, Brad.
Seriously.
I'm underage. Good job contributing to a minor. I'm
Yeah,
not.
well,
I'm an old man.
say minors don't grow beards that gray. I'm just kidding.
Damn you, Todd. Well, you know what? Here's another question. So, would you rather? Okay, would you rather
Okay.
have all of the pictures in your phone published or all of your text messages?
All my text messages.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
appropriate.
No.
No.
Just better than pictures.
Oh. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Wait.
Too incriminating.
No. My pictures, definitely my pictures. Yeah, you'll be like, what is this? Oh my God, how many selfies does he have? Jesus. But I don't trust mirrors. Just FYI, everyone. I don't like mirrors, so,
Yeah.
and you want to check lighting before you do stuff. So, yes. I know how to take a selfie. So, yeah, I'm going to say those are probably, because you'll probably get so bored of looking at selfies, you wouldn't even get to anything that I wouldn't want you to see, which is nothing. But if there was something, I'm just thinking, text messages, because text messages would be like, oh my God, I can't even believe my boss.
No, like you're talking
I'm just
about
putting that out
people-
there but I don't do that because I'm not one to gossip.
You're-
You didn't hear from me.
You have good judgment.
I know I do.
Not really.
I have great judgment. Thank you very much. The more I drink.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm gonna throw one more question out there.
Ooh.
Since you brought up the music earlier.
Okay.
Brought up music. Is the song My Humps a timeless classic?
Yes.
All right.
Anything by Fergie is a timeless classic. Just because it's Fergie. She's
Right.
everything. I mean, that national anthem. That's going to be a classic.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Until I brought it up again, but look at your reaction, and I bet you'll go back and YouTube it at some point. It's good.
It made me sad. My reaction was sad.
Yeah, any press is good press, right?
I guess.
True.
I just wish I could get any press.
Well, we're gonna change that for you, my friend.
Someday.
Oh, yeah.
Someday.
Yeah, so,
Today's
okay, you know
Yeah.
what?
your day. I told you, you found the right Todd. I'm the glitter coach. We'll make it happen. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Coach.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All right.
I do hope that I hear my my children come home from school one day and say, "Hey, we learned this in our classical music class. The song My Humps." That would just melt my heart a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, but they're gonna learn it anyways.
Yeah.
They're gonna learn it on TV, and their friends are gonna have an older sister and older brother. As long as they're educated, they're not, and you make them not stupid from the beginning. Like, okay, it's a song about boobies. Everyone has them. Look, my humps. Woo, my humps. Isn't it fun? And just jiggle around for everyone.
There you
Woo!
Yeah.
And make it
I'll just
fun. And everybody
jiggle it
has
around
them.
for
Who
my
cares?
Yeah.
Listen, what you do in your household, I'm just saying is your journey, but I'm just saying, make it fun. And you don't have to make it like, okay, but they're going to hear it anyway somehow. At least it's a fun song. You have fun with it. Teach them through music. That's how I learned.
Yeah.
Make it good for them.
Exactly.
We all have boobs and butts.
You know,
My humps.
yeah.
Is it fun? Look at Grandma. She's so
It's-
cool. Woo! You make it
old
fun.
Well, Michael, with that being said, I think we need to get away from this segment right now.
All right, on to the next one.
That's odd, Todd.
All right. That's odd, Todd.
These
This is it's two
hilarious.
truths and one lie. Do you have these prepared?
I do.
You do.
Well prepared, Todd.
Well, fire them off. Let
Listen,
us know.
I come ready to fire. Okay, 2 truths and 1 lie for you guys. All right.
Awesome.
1, I am a trained singer and dancer. 2,
It's a lie.
I backup danced for Beyonce.
Ooh.
3, I used to sign autographs for Lance Bass of NSYNC back in the
Ooh,
day.
wait. So those.
Ooh. Ooh.
My
Well,
goodness.
number one was a softball.
Yeah, I was like, man, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
But then, so Beyonce and Lance Bass.
Wow.
Go on then, take a bite.
Yeah, I mean,
And see, like, I
those
think,
are all three are entertainment industry,
right.
Which
And I felt like something should have came up earlier in the show. You played this very smartly. You
yes, you did.
Listen,
You had
I do
your,
I know it's not my first rodeo.
clearly, you're doing a great job.
Ooh.
I underestimated you.
Because this is my first Toddcast, which I love.
Ooh.
Hey, congrats.
Cheers.
It's a life-changing moment for most.
Listen, I feel it is now.
You're going to be a different person after this.
Michael.
Hopefully better.
I can see the Lance Bass thing. No, Brad's shaking his head no.
I think
like, so why would he be signing those autographs?
Well,
Like,
see, like, why would
was this like at a NSYNC concert, or was this like on the street? People like come up to you like, oh my gosh, Lance Bass.
This would be like
football.
concerts, bar mitzvahs, sweet 16s, school dances, the mall.
Okay.
Like I promise.
Yeah. Okay. So he promises on the third one.
Yeah, you just promised on it.
He's not, but he's also.
See, that's where you don't know because
I
see, like, he has the whole art or actor dancer thing down, so it makes the dancing with Beyonce thing. We're not like dancing with her, but like being backup, kind of believable. But it is Beyonce. Like, let's be honest. It's Beyonce.
But this is Todd Evans.
Shout out, B. Hey, B.
She's listening right now.
Ooh.
Duh, bestie. I told you, I back up for her.
Nah, I think I think the Beyonce one is the lie. I can believe the autograph one, and I think you're a trained actor and dancer.
Yeah, I'm gonna
pick your own answer.
I'm gonna piggyback off of you, Brad.
How dare you?
I'm gonna go with the Beyonce one as well. All right.
Final answer. Phone a friend.
I have no friends.
I can call her
locking
in. Do you want
yeah, I'm locking it in. Dun-dun-dun. That's the lock-in sound. It was part of ESPN, I think.
Well, boys, you're actually wrong.
Wait, what?
That's Lance Bass.
Was it Lance Bass?
Is that your final answer? Call a friend?
Wait, are you going to tell us that you have done those other two things and that you're not a trained actor and dancer?
Is that your? I don't know. You tell me.
You know what? Yes. I
don't know. You tell me.
This is like holding the door open for someone, and they're like, "No, after you," and they're like, "No, after you."
We've already ruled out. It's Beyonce is the truth, and
I'm locking in.
So there's two more answers.
You know what?
Which is it? Is it A or B?
I think okay. I'm gonna go with the Lance Bass one. I think that is a lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lie. Okay.
I'm gonna. He's trained, but it depends how he defines trained.
Yeah, maybe he's just like self-taught.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with A, just because we're gonna find something out this time.
Yes.
All right.
Killing me.
Michael, you are correct. Brad, you are wrong.
This is
as always.
This is my life.
This is a bad Toddcast for Brad.
And you wonder why. You wonder why. And now the whole world, it's proof is right there, everyone. All my Beyonce, you heard it.
Yo,
right?
So tell us about it.
Yeah, we need words. Tell us now.
So many years ago, do you remember TRL?
Yes.
Total Request Live on MTV.
Yeah.
So one summer, my best friend Erin, hi Booby, and I were at the beach, and we were just being us, and we were just dancing. And this woman came up to us and approached us. She's like, "Oh my God, you guys are so much fun. Do you watch TRL?" And we're like, "Yeah, we do." She's like, "Oh my God." She goes, "Well, we're doing an Austin Powers 3 special with Beyonce and Michael Myers. How fun. Oh. How do you guys want to be on the show? Like, come down. Like, we're scouting here today. Like, come dressed like 70s. Now, we work for a DJ company. That's how we know each other. work for, we do bar mitzvahs, 316s. We had all sorts of costumes. So we're like, oh my God, we'll definitely be able to borrow the costumes for this. We'll be on TRL to get seen. Oh my God, amazing. So we're like, oh my God, we're in. So we go to TRL and we're online waiting with everyone else. We come in our 70s gear. We look so cool. And the girl, I'm going to just say, I don't even remember her name. We'll just say it's like Courtney. I think it was Courtney. Aaron and both of you might remember. I think it was Courtney. But Courtney's like, oh my God, guys, I'm so glad you're here. Come here. And she pulls us up to the front. She goes, everyone, this is Todd and Aaron. What you're going to do when the cameras start rolling, show them what you do. Dance like how you guys were doing on the beach. Follow them. And if you guys get lost, look at the window because that's where you guys are going to be. And just look at them and just follow whatever they're doing. We were like,
oh wow.
So we were dancing right behind Beyonce and Mike Myers, and technically, I was backup dancing behind Beyonce. Back up.
Hey.
All right.
Hey, babe. So I backup dance for Beyonce.
That's a wild story.
Yeah,
Isn't that cool,
crazy.
though?
It's exciting.
Yeah, that's solid.
Really funny. I think I do think you could see me in the for a second if you YouTube it, but I'm not sure. I remember many moves ago. I'm gonna have to go do this now.
Yeah.
Like Austin Powers, MTV TRL, whatever.
All right.
And so
that was
that is how I backup dance for Beyonce. Hey,
I'm okay with being incorrect on that because that's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah. And what's this Lance Bass thing? What's that all about?
So back in like the NSYNC days, so I was born to be in a boy band. That was my life's calling. I used to want to be like growing up as a kid. I wanted to be a pop star. That was it for me. And then boy bands came around, and I was like, I need to be in a boy band.
This is me.
And so all I ever wanted to do was be in a boy band. So NSYNC was my world. I knew NSYNC. I used to watch the Mickey Mouse Club. That's actually all ties into how I'm not a trained singer and dancer. I've never taken singing or dancing lessons. My family's musical. It's in our blood. We get it from my grandma's side. She's got she's got so much rhythm. She was the best dancer ever, and her whole family. My whole side, we're very musical. So I would watch the Mickey Mouse Club when I was like a kid growing up, and I would want to be them, and I would video it because that's how far we're going back. And we would VHS it. I would VHS it, come home from school, and I would watch what they're doing, and I could copy everything they're doing, and I could sing everything, every note. I would sing it like how they would do it. So I practiced runs and hit like high notes and belts, and that was my teacher. And the thing is, I always pick up fast. I've always it's just some people look. I don't read music at all, but I have a good ear. My teacher's like, it's a good thing your ear is pretty good because you can't read music for he said shit. I'm sorry, kids. I'm sorry.
Nah.
Those are his words. Like, you can't read music for shit. I'm like, I can't. Yeah. But I could hear it, and once it locks in, it clicks, and I'm a sponge. I will never forget it. It's just a thing. I've always gotten in trouble in school. I was never a good student because I had no interest. But if it interests me, you better believe I would know it front to back. You can call me out at any second, like Rayman. I would spit it out. So singing and dancing, that's how I learned. So I technically never trained to learn to sing and dance. Anyhow, so back in the day, I used to work for a DJ company, and we would a lot of these little bar and bat mitzvah girls would tell me I look like Lance. I had frosted tips, and I was tan, and we dressed alike, and we did both kind of look alike back then, and I loved it. I once got asked at an NSYNC concert. My best friends could fend for me because we were all there, fifth row. We never missed. If NSYNC was playing 5 Nights at Madison Square Garden, I was there 5 nights at Madison Square Garden. I never missed a concert. I never missed it. They were literally my everything. So to be for all these kids, I'd be in the mall and they'd be like, "You look like Lance." I'd be like, "I know, thanks." Hot shit. I am the shit. I am walking the mall like I am the coolest shit. And kids knew us from bar and bat mitzvahs, so they would run up to us. These are kids going to the mall on the weekends, and they'd be like, "Oh my God!" They put us in their lockers, me and my friends, and so at a concert, I got asked fifth row to this woman's like, "Can you sign this for my daughter?" I'm like, "You should know that I'm not him." She's like,
were they on stage while you're signing this?
No. They hadn't gone on yet. The show hadn't started. Not even the opening act. We were there early. We were fifth row center. It was a giant stadium. Could you even imagine? Fifth row center for the Pop Odyssey tour, the best tour ever. Insane. And the show hadn't
Wow.
started. We're like all pumped up. We're like, whoa, you know, like, oh, we're just like glitter for days. And this woman in front of us is like, with little daughter, she's like tugging her mom's arm. She's like, can you sign this for her? I'm like, I'm not him. Because I knew exactly what she was going to say.
Yeah.
I used to, and it's sing concert.
Yeah.
People, they would tell me, like, girls would come up to me like, oh my God, you look like Brad. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I loved it. I would count like 1, 2, 3. I would like count it on my arm. Like, oh my God, I banged myself to it because NSYNC was my everything. And I I used to perform like on the weekends. I would sing. We would do like boy band stuff. But Lance was not the lead singer, but I would always be the lead singer, and I would sing live. We'd sing at Sweet. We'd get hired to sing at Sweet 16. It would be like me. Sometimes like 3 or 4 guys, and they would be back up, and we'd have choreography. Or sometimes like me and my best friends, we had a boy band. We used to sing together, and like that's oh my God, it was all the rage. Clearly, you must have heard of us. We were huge in Europe. But anyway, so those are my 2 truths and a lie for those of you who thought that.
Dang, well, that was quite a round of That's Odd Todd. That was a fun 2 truths, 1 lie.
That was compelling.
As we all could have guessed, Brad lost, and I won.
This is my life. The show is my hell.
I think it's time for a bit of wisdom from our friend Todd now.
In Todd, we trust.
All right, so Todd, what an episode! This has been a lot of fun. So what's one piece of advice that you want to leave the listeners with?
Okay, everyone that's out there, it's a crazy time. It's a really, really crazy time. We don't understand what's going on, but we're figuring it all out. Boom, boom, boom. And we'll all get through it because it's what we do. Find something super positive every day. I don't care what it is that you do. You want to freaking go take a walk up the street to the ice cream store like I'm about to do as soon as we're done with this podcast, because it'll make me feel better when I'm ordering like 6 different like ice cream bars literally up the street. But it makes me really happy. Find something that makes you happy. Any little thing. And if you need some inspiration and you need some guidance, find someone who's going to give it to you, whether it's a pal, a neighbor, a favorite TV show. I watch my favorite TV shows. I watch Vanderpump Rules. I'm totally besties with them, and I'm bitching with them. I'm like, oh my God, Sheena's such a bitch. I totally hate her too. Like I'm with them, you know, and I feel good. I'm like, do something that makes you feel good. Inspire yourself. And if you need inspiration, find help that does. And if not, guys, anyone listening, really, add me. You can always contact me. I will spread the glitter. That's what I'm here for. Keep a lookout. We're going to be doing some really big things. I got some cool stuff coming up. I don't know what's happening in my career right now. You know, we're hoping for the best, but whatever it is, I will be entertaining until I am blue in the face, so you can guarantee that. I hope I entertained you all, and I hope we all meet again.
All right, and with that, we're going to round out this episode.
It's time to give a nod to Todd.
Do you think you've earned this nod, Todd?
Have I made you all smile today?
I've smiled. You've done I frowned a couple times. But I think the happiness outweighed the anguish, so we're doing okay.
Whatever worry, trouble, anything that could have been on your mind bothering, or that could have been, did I at least distract it even for 5 minutes? Did I make you feel somewhat good?
You've done a I would say superb job. You've done a good.
You know what?
Good
You better nod that head, Brad. I'll take that nod.
I have nodded.
Cheers, my
accept
friend.
this nod.
Cheers.
But
I appreciate. I nod back at you. I had fun. Thank you.
Yeah, but in all seriousness, we want to thank you for taking the time out, spending this hour or so with us, talking. Kind of just 2 random guys who have a very nichely themed podcast. It's cool that you responded back, and for everyone out there, if you haven't heard his Instagram handle throughout this process, it's actually I think it's at Todd Evans 6. Is that it?
Correct.
Yeah. Do you have a website, YouTube channel, or anything you'd like to drop, or is it find you on Yelp?
You know what? I do have a YouTube channel. If you you could type in Todd Evans, obviously.
Okay.
It will come up. I'm in the process of updating. Like I said, I'm coming off cruise ship life, so I really, I'm kind of jumping back into the game at the minute. So any help and advice you guys, the viewers, can give to me, I'm